Yo, what's going on, people? This is Team Sergio, Sky Merca here. Let me say quickly, thanks for checking the video. And today, obviously, I'm going to be giving you a video of the in-game settings for Black Ops 2, basically Call of Duty. So hopefully this one's going to help you people out as well. Basically, this is my personal preference as well. I just wanted to quickly say as well, like, obviously, this doesn't mean you have to copy exactly, but it gives you like a brief idea, like a little spidergram, so it will help you out. So by that starting, let's get started. Alright, so basically for a start, I'm going to quickly show you my stick layout. As you can see, it's default. Some people do play with it like southpaw, but personally I prefer to just play default, just due to the fact I've been like that ever since Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty, so that's that for a start. Then I want to move to button layout. So this is where I play it smart. Well, like I say, it's personal preference. Obviously you can have a go with all the same settings, see how it feels, and if it does feel right, be sure to leave a comment that yeah, this is the way it's going. So let me just start it. Basically I play tactical. Basically it's another word in my terms, is drop shot. I use it for drop shotting. So like, for example, I'm going to show you a little example. So I can like just run, boom, hold that analog, right analog down. It's very useful for me because instead of having to reach for the circle, I can just drop easy. If I need to, like I'm running around the corner, boom, boom, and I just drop. Some people don't like drop shotting, but I do. I don't do every kill. For example, say if there's a one guy there for me and there was another one here. So if I'm gonna kill him and I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna just drop it nice. Whereas if I just done something like bang and then bang, see, like, it's not the way. But obviously, like I say, off a personal experience. So yeah, next I wanted to move on to the shooting buttons, what we call aiming and obviously firing a gun. I play on flipped due to the reason, how do you explain that? So basically the reason I play on flipped is because, not because I'm an Xbox fan or anything, because literally the way I grip, because of my hand size, they're pretty large as well, do you know what I mean? So I prefer to pick on the bottom side, whereas I grips it just in between the L1s and the R2s. So how do you explain? Okay, so I put it in between the controller. As you can see, you got L1 and you got L2. I put it right in the middle, and I slightly just pull down when I'm about to aim. That's what I call quick, fast reaction. It just helps your timing as well. After time, you get used to it. So that definitely helps me out a lot. Next one I want to say, the sensitivity is a killer one. Now as you can see, it says 5. So now when I'm with a submachine gun, I do intend to put it on 5, depending on how the game's flowing. If I'm feeling something I can control 5, then I'll sleep it on 5. But if I'm like with AR and I feel like on 4, like you see, like sometimes the movement is a little bit slow, but it's something you can get used to, not a problem. Like I like to pre-aim, as you can see, like just double check the corner, jump around the corner, just free sure. That's the main thing. You got to be ready for it. So picking your sensitivity is not about, oh, let's just put it on 12. For example, if I put it on, just say 7, this is too fast for me. Like as you can see, I can't control it as much every time I move. Like it's good in a way because you can react to something fast, but whilst you aim down, look, I'm trying to actually control it as much as I can. It's not too bad, you see. It's fine, but personally, people, I recommend maybe a 5 or a 4, depending on what you can control. Like 4 is good for me, but then when I put it onto 5, it gives me the opportunity to get those weird kills. Like, so for example, I'm here, boom, so like, I can just quickly turn. It gives me an opportunity. Whereas 4, it wins, but I usually use it on like an AR. I'd rather use it on an AR, to be honest, like assault rifle. Like this gun here I'm using, I'll be alright. But if it was a submachine gun, I want to get stuck in, do you know what I mean, with a submachine gun. So I'll switch it up to a 5. So hopefully this one helps you as well. Okay, so next of all, I'm going to show you what we call the target assist. As you can see, is enabled because it does help. As you can see, it just like, it's sort of like auto aim basically. Just if you disable it, you're basically playing like a PC game. So in a way it helps, but some situations it cannot help, because like when there's a multiple enemy, like you've got a target assist them. So when it like sees two guys, sometimes the target assist just does its funny little business. But you got to try and use it to its advantage. You know, don't always rely on it. I'm not saying to rely on it, but it does help in the long run in certain situations. Like especially when you're close range to someone, the crosshair is like sort of rigid on him, so it gives you the opportunity. You know, some people don't pay attention to it, but I do pay attention to it a lot. Like I say, there's a lot of things you got to pay attention to. The map, you know, you got to look around the surroundings. You know, people that's head glitching, as well as looking at your bullets. You know, where your crosshairs are. So, like I say, it's you know, it's a multi-talented thing you got to do, especially with Call of Duty, man. There's so many things you got to look at, worry about, what, this, that, and the other. So I want to move on to another thing. Basically, I recommend leaving this as a full name, basically the name indicators of the enemy, because if you leave it on like just icon only, for example, it only shows a little number. Do you know what I mean? Why have that when you can see the whole player's name? It's a bit easier, you know. Would you rather look at someone's just their head and a number, or would you like to see all of their thing, all of their name, so then it could be easier for you to see them, if you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, it helps me as well, trust me. And colorblind assist is personal preference as well. If you have difficulties, you know, seeing the colors, then obviously you want to turn it on. But for me, I leave it on because it's just easier, man. You know, like I say, personal preference, the main thing. It's all about yourself. So next of all is audio settings. Let me tell you one thing. I'm not a great sound whore because I don't really care about sound whoring. I just get in with a game. But as you may know, the voice volume, it's alright. I'd rather just leave it to the top. Music, 0. I don't want to listen to the music, man. Especially this one. It's got some dodgy flow I don't really like. The SFX volume, it is really good because you can actually hear everything quite clear. But it can be quite distracting, you know, you become too aware to the sounds of the game. So the codcaster, which is a guy that speaks like, you have got a beat in, and all that business, like trying to chit chat to us while he's playing, you know. I don't really want to listen to him as much. He's not that important, apart from like enemy UAV or enemy Hellstorm, enemy lightning strike, all that crap. That's alright, man. You tell me them stuff. I don't want to hear about, you got paid today, blah blah blah. So as you can see, I believe it on headphones. Some people believe that Super Crunch is better. It's good, but I'd rather just put headphones because that's what I've got and I just feel comfortable with it. Like I say, again, personal preference. Last but not least, the graphics settings. This is where the main bits come in. Right, so as you can see, this bit is alright, not visible, barely visible, and easily visible. This doesn't really bother me. I can have it like this. But you want to be able to see certain dark areas, because in this game, you know, there's like certain areas someone's be laying, like for example down there, or someone will be down here or something like that, and you can't see them sometimes. And sometimes just people don't realize that your visibility, you need to lighten it up a bit. You don't want to be playing in pitch dark, man. It's just like playing hide and seek. And if you're the one that's looking for everyone, you want to be in the dark looking for everyone. Nah, of course not. You want to be having a bit of advantage in your hand. So that's one thing out of the way. So the last thing, the extra thing I want to talk about, this is the bit where I feel that a lot of people don't realize. They think just because the game says you have to do it like that, it doesn't mean you have to. So I want to show you what it is. This is called a safe area, basically where the HDD or HUD signs are. So now most people always have it about, like, say roughly, basically the arrows touching the edge of their screen. Now, as you know, this is the outfit of the whole map. You see, look, my map is all on the left, top left, and my score is on the bottom left. And you know, to me, I don't play like this, believe it or not. I actually play everything gets closer, and I'm going to tell you in a second the reason why. The reason why that I keep everything closer to the middle of the screen is because what I concentrate on, you got to remember, when you're concentrating on the middle of your screen when you're going to shoot someone, you're looking to the top left to look at the map. Why make the map look bigger and you have to look further out than you can make it look further in? So if that does make any sense, I hope it does, because it does make sense for me. It's not rocket science. So look, for example, I'm going to shoot someone, boom, I want to check if anyone's over the right there. Instead of looking all the way to the top left of your screen, you're just looking straight, literally another, what, 5 centimeters away instead of looking 10. That's what I'm trying to say to you people out here. This should help you, especially this last one, because this is what helps me. Instead of having to look all the way at the top, I just look literally a little bit away from the crosshairs, and there's my map. It's easy to look at. So, you know, hopefully this has helped you lot out, and if it does, please leave me a like, of course, if you want to, if you did enjoy or it did help, and obviously subscribe for more and more. Sorry if that was a bit irritating, but you get the point. So yeah, people, be sure to leave a comment if any of these settings has helped, because it sure does help me, even when I'm playing sweat mode and I'm playing GBs and everything. So if you'd like to see more, be sure to leave a comment, and I can do my best for you people from personal experience, not from jibber jabber land. This is from personal experience. So thanks for checking the video out, people. Really appreciate that. Much love. This is Team Sergio. Skymarker gonna be leaving you now. Have a great and a lovely day. Take care.